is up, everybody? We have the grand finals of CM Worlds. I am joined with Full Frontage. Full Frontage, how are you today?
Oh man, looking forward to this competition. EU versus NA, the glory days of esports are back.
Well, this is going to be a match pretty much that has been highly anticipated from both regions. This is kind of one of the most competitive regions, I guess you can say, rivalries there is. And they're meeting in the grand finals of CM Worlds. And I'm excited to see who's going to come out on top.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a good one for sure. I mean, we've played against this USA team and they're ready to play. They're ready to play.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to see who is going to pull out. Let me just tell the teams we are ready for game number one. For game number one, perfect. Let me just make sure Rengar is here. Perfect. Everybody's here. We're ready for game number one. Just set it in the clan. And we are good to go. All right, so we are going to be swapping point of views per game. So that's just how we're going to do it. So you guys are not going to know who's going to win, who's going to lose. Let's go over to this. I need to get out this chat. Pause this. Pop this out. Man, there's just so much to do when it goes to streaming.
Yeah. Wait, why did my stream just end on YouTube? What the heck?
You back live?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, everybody is good here. We're waiting for game number one. Game number one, we are going to have Altair versus Gishy here. The bands Full Frontage are going to be Wave Master and Skeleton King, and we have Shield Maiden, Grand Warden, Archer Queen from Altair, and we have Barbarian King, Countess, and Natureborn from Gishy. What do you think is going to be the matchup here in game number one?
Oh man, honestly, game number one for Altair, I feel like if you want to play it safe, you have to bring out that Shield Maiden. Shield Maiden is a great first pick to bring out in a competition like this. And then on the side of Gishy, I'd probably say he has some really good options here. He has Natureborn and Barbarian King, which are also really solid first picks. He might go with the Natureborn so that way he has a specialist, because Altair doesn't really have many control deck options. His only control deck option is going to be that Grand Warden. So coming out with the specialist with the Natureborn could be a safe first pick for Gishy. So I'm expecting Shield Maiden versus Natureborn in this first match.
All right, as we are just waiting for the match to start, let me just make sure it hasn't started here. I think it might have. We might have to go over to Gishy's POV.
Gishy's POV? All right, let's head over there.
Okay, let's go back. That hasn't started yet. Okay.
Good.
All right, so we are just waiting for this first match to start. Just give 1 second as we wait for this match to begin. Gishy is not in the game yet, right?
No, not yet.
All right, so we'll start over here, I guess. It's fine. Okay. 1 second. Clan closed. Once I think somebody joined the clan.
All right.
Let me just make sure that's that. Let me just make sure. I think something happened with Just making sure. Kepix needs to get in. Just waiting on him.
Oh, for admin.
Hold on. I believe Kepix is here. Okay. We're just waiting for the teams. What's up, everybody? How are we all doing today? As we just wait up for these teams to get ready to go. Looks like we are going to be starting it off here. Gishi is going to be playing Altair in game number 1. So we are going to switch POVs each and every single game. Good luck to these contestants, as honestly, I'm not sure who's going to win this one, full. But it's going to be close.
It is definitely going to be close. And like I said, we had talked about it a little bit before, but I'm anticipating Shield Maiden versus Natureborn in this first match. Chat, you can see the pick bands on the left-hand side of the screen, but things are looking pretty good, and I'm excited to see this first matchup because Gishi is one of the top players in Clash Mini.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I am super excited for everything. Let me just make sure that this is all right. It looks like we are getting into the game.
Here we go. Let's see it. And it's going to be Countess versus Archer Queen. Wow, I was completely off, and they are not playing it safe. They are going risky right off the bat.
I kind of like this here, as this is going to be a little bit of a struggle here for Gishi Bear, depending. I mean, Archer Queen definitely is looking good here, but there is the invisibility tile, so, you know, anything can happen. And I'm kind of glad it's the invisibility tile for these grand finals, because it's not like it's a super OP tile, but we're definitely going to see maybe even some more creative decks.
Yeah, and like you said, the invisible tile, a lot of it relies on mainly displacement. Like you said, it's not an overpowered tile. The invisibility is almost more of like a strategic tile versus something like a Devil's Deal or healing tile, where it's more on the aggressive side. Whereas invisible, you mainly rely on throwing off your opponent's placement and making them target units that you want them to target. So this is going to be a very interesting grand finals day.
Absolutely. I am super excited to see who is going to be able to pull ahead here. Each and every single one of these sets goes 3 matches, so it's a best of 3. And then for the match, you are going to need to win 3 individual best of 3s to be crowned champion. And, you know, right now it's just looking a little bit tough here for Gishi Bear. Archer Queen just kind of has all of the answers that, you know, he needs, and we're gonna need like a lucky invisibility tile or something for Gishi.
Ooh, interesting play. He's going to go with the Countess on the Invis tile here. And yeah, like you said, I think the thing that's putting Altair so far ahead in these early rounds, because typically Countess, you can kind of stack early rounds against an Archer Queen, but Altair came out with the Undead buff, which means that Archer Queen, or the Countess, was taking more damage. So you can see Gishi loading everything in the back line. So invisibility going for the Bandit and the Countess, and he's actually going to go with the Storm Wizard. He's deciding if he wants to go Archer Queen or Princess, and lands on the Archer Queen. Let's see if this is going to pay off for him.
Yeah, all right. So the Archer Queen is going to go up into the air here. Got to be able to get his Countess away. All right, so this is looking very good for Gishi Bear here. But, oh, that was close. It's still not over yet.
Oh, man. The Princess. Oh, the Bandit.
Oh, he stays alive.
I thought the Bandit was going to go down, and the Countess supered at the perfect time to get the HP steal off. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow. That was as close as you can kind of get there. Oh, man. But that's it. Gishi's still going to be alive here, and he's got to find a way to be able to get some sort of value here with this Fisherman, and Altair just isn't giving it to him. I mean, he only played 3 minis.
Yeah, I'm honestly thinking Gishi should go with the Fisherman onto the Giant Skeleton to make the Countess and Bandit just go straight to the back line. But he doesn't end up doing that.
Well, he would have to invest more because it's lined up with the decoy. So he would actually have to invest
Yeah.
6 elixir, but that's okay. The Countess is going to get away. The Storm Wizard is still putting up the Archer Queen. Oh, this is going to be close.
Oh, the HP steal.
Oh!
Gishy is getting away with thievery here with those last minute supers from the Countess getting that HP steal off. Oh my goodness. Gishy's going to be in trouble here because Altair has to be thinking 3-star princess here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be really, 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 really close in round number 5 here. Altair he still has 2 minis and 11 elixir to play. I would assume something maybe even like maybe a Hog Prince. He's got to have something that could stop things.
Gishy going with a 3-star Storm Wizard. And honestly, if Gishy wins this matchup, I can see everybody playing Storm. We're seeing both Storm Wizards. Wow.
Yes, Storm Wizard here going to get up this Giant Skeleton. He does not want this Giant Skeleton to do any damage. This is going to be looking pretty decent here with the Countess. Can it clutch full? Oh,
No, the princess. There it is, the 3-star princess.
Oh, man, the 3-star princess was just too much. Unfortunately, that's just, one of those counters that you can't really get away from. There's really nothing he could have done there. He played it as good as you could play it, but just came up a little bit short.
Yeah, and honestly, the game changer, I feel like, in that specific matchup was the undead buff that Altair had. Having that undead buff, being able to dish out that extra damage to the Countess is super, super important because the Countess is a squishy hero, and your goal is to take her down as quickly as possible. So getting that extra damage was key for Altair in that matchup.
Absolutely. I mean, it was one of those matchups where, Storm Wizards, Fishermen's, there's just so much that can be played, but the moving of the Archer Queen there in that last round, the Altair, like you said, getting out the undead buff early allowed him to just be in control of that match. And I think a lot of people are going to learn, especially by watching competitive Clash Mini, that it's okay to want to go to game 5. It's okay to play passive because the person who is behind, round 1 and 2 is super important because if you're behind in Clash Mini, you can then just go play super passive, wait to round 5, just as you saw Altair right there, move your minis, and then kind of have a mini or 2 from Gishy Bear be completely irrelevant in that match.
Yeah, and he did a great job with it. I think he predicted, I feel like a lot of counter stacks do run Fisherman. So I think Altair played that perfectly where he kind of had everything in the back line. He put the Giant Skeleton in a position where, hey, even if Gishy pulls this, he's not going to get that much value out of it. And we saw Gishy opt away from pulling that Giant Skeleton in the middle of that match. So the placement from Altair was very heads up, and it made sure he saved that Archer Queen move until the last second possible. And here we go. Game 2 coming out.
Game 2 is coming out right here as I get this tweet out so we can get this going. You can take it away, Full, on this match while I get this going.
Yeah, of course. So we have Barbarian King versus Grand Warden. Now, Gishy did have the Barbarian King in his hand immediately. So this is going to be huge for him potentially moving into the second round. And it looks like Altair knows he's going to drop this first round. So he's opting to play nothing and just letting that Grand Warden go down. And the P.E.K.K.A. Barb King is going to be an interesting combo, getting that ×2 damage onto the P.E.K.K.A. This P.E.K.K.A. is going to be packing a huge amount of damage. So any frontline tanks that Altair might have with this deck is probably not going to be doing much. But in this current meta, with the current situation of riders and mages, it's probably going to be Hog Rider and Prince, if I had to guess, with this Grand Warden 4 mage deck. And he does go for the upgrade onto the Barbarian King here.
All right, as everything is looking good here, the admins are back, and I just got to get the sheet over to them after this matchup. But we do have Grand... Oh, he just dropped everything!
Oh, man, 4 units coming out in round 2. He was like, here's my whole entire deck.
Oh, all right. So we do know what this is going to be. Grand Warden versus Barbarian King. Now, the thing with Gishy Bear here is if he does have a specialist, Barbarian King, he will be able to win this because he will be able to avoid all of the stuns. That's going to be what he's going to need in order to win. He does get this bandit down in the back line, is going to get another decoy. But the thing is, Full, he doesn't have 4 specialists here, and this might be a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, no 4 specialists coming out here, and he does have this assassin or the rogue buff coming through. He's going to be getting that bandit on the invisible tile, and I think the bandit actually might walk straight back towards that Ice Wiz, which could be clutch because, like you said, that specialist buff is not there. So getting rid of the control as quickly as possible is going to be super important for Gishy if he wants to win this matchup.
Yeah, but it's looking a little bit rough though, as there's just too much.
The bandit gets stunned, locked up by that Electro Wizard dashing through, not really going to be doing much. And honestly, now that I'm looking at this decoy placement, that was a very interesting decoy placement because it's not really going to take aggro of anything. It's just an extra body on the field for the Electro Wizard to target, I guess, but he's going to be placing everything in the front line, so it's not really going to be tanking anything for the back line and keeping like a range carry alive.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we are going to have this Storm Wizard here upgraded just to deal with the Electro Wizard, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. I mean, the Storm Wizard really needs to be able to carry here for the Bandit to keep on getting supers. It's going to be hard. I mean, because the Hog Rider now jumping to the back line doesn't really do that much.
No, it doesn't. He didn't go for the upgrade onto the Hog, and I think that's because he was using the Storm Wizard to kind of take care of that Electro Wizard. But, I mean, the E-Wiz is just shielded up like crazy, doing a ton of damage, and that's going to be GG.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge victory there for Altair. I mean, that was just 2 hard counter decks. It's just, you know, it was really hard for Gishy to really do anything. The only way he would have been able to win that is, in my opinion, 4 specialists there. The E-Wizard just does way too much.
Yeah, the E-Wiz was not able to get taken down quickly enough. He didn't have any ranged carries in the deck, and like you said, he wasn't going with the 4 specialists. It was honestly it seemed like kind of a random deck. Like, I'm not really sure what the strategy was there. And it seemed like he was playing for Shield Maiden. I think he was fully anticipating on a Shield Maiden coming out and trying to hard counter it because he had the P.E.K.K.A. He was playing P.E.K.K.A. with Barb King. That's going to deal a ton of damage to the Shield Maiden. He has the Bandit with the Energy Steel coming through, so he's going to be able to take energy away from the Shield Maiden, the Battle Boxer, healers, whatever Altair might have thrown out with that Shield Maiden. This really seemed like a hard counter Shield Maiden deck, and it was a risk that absolutely did not pay off for Gishy.
Yeah, no, did not pay off at all. And that's kind of one of those things where, you know, it's just a hard counter, and it's tough. You know, when you go against a player who's just has a complete hard counter deck, it's kind of one of those things where, you know, you got to find a way to maneuver around. And sometimes, even with the Storm Wizard, even with a Hog Rider, it's just not enough. I mean, the Bandit never really got enough value to do anything, and that was really his only chance to stay alive there.
Yeah, and the Bandit couldn't get any target. He put the Bandit on the left-hand side. If he had put the Bandit on the right-hand side, I mean, he was going for the Bandit on the invisible tile. But the Bandit on the right-hand side at least gives it an opportunity to dash towards the Grand Warden in the Electro Wizard, trying to steal some of that energy. But instead, it was just dashing over to the Ice Wizard, which was already getting targeted. So there wasn't really much for Gishy to be able to do there. But here we go. Queuing up into the next round, it's Obamka versus Rosa.
All right, let's get right into it here. All right, so we do see a Archer Queen versus a Natureborn. This can kind of go either way, but definitely I would say the Natureborn has an advantage in this matchup, depending on what decks are going to be run. But let's see.
Yeah, we have Countess and Skeleton King being banned here in this round, so none of those will be seen. And then for Obamka, we have Shield Maiden, Archer Queen, and Pink Fury. And on Rosa's side, we're going to be seeing... Rosa has Natureborn, Wavemaster, and Barbarian King.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so we're going to be going here to round number 2. We're going to get the Giant Skeleton down here all the way in the front. So we do have mages here from Rosa, do you think
Yep.
that's his only mage, or do you think he's running maybe a 4 mage Natureborn deck, which we really don't see that much of?
Yeah, I'm thinking this is probably going to be a 4 mage version with the counter. Yep, there's the wizard coming down. And I think that Rosa might have anticipated a Archer Queen deck coming out here and no real specialist control. The only possible specialist deck that Obamka could be running is going to be with that Natureborn. So I think this was a great, safe first pick for Rosa here to try to take down an early game 1 lead.
All right, I lost your voice.
Oh, weird.
I do not know why.
That is strange indeed.
1 second. Oh, there you go. You're back. Yeah, for some reason,
All right.
everything went muted.
Audio source switched.
Yeah, I was like, what just happened? Oh.
Oh, invisibility does not get countered by the Storm Wizard.
All right. Ooh.
I don't think Rosa knew that.
No, I don't think so either.
Wow. Yeah, the Storm Wiz Tornado does not target invisible units.
That is, but it has to though, because it goes on to a tile.
It doesn't pull them up because I think the invisibility is triggered slightly before the clash, so I think it overrides it because like the tiles are like a passive, whereas everything else is a clash.
That's wild.
I don't know if that's intentional, but that's my assumption. And that was a huge turning point in the match.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you learn something new every day. And I guess Storm Wizard does not work with the invisibility tile.
Does anything else work with? Like, does Fisherman still pull invisible tile?
I think it
'Cause I
does.
don't-
Fisherman pulls invisibility tile. Yeah. It just goes invisible on the other side.
Then it's definitely a bug.
Yeah, I don't know why that didn't go up in the air. That's super tough. Like, I've never seen that before.
Yeah,
All right.
that's interesting. So, I it would make sense if like the invisibility tile, like if a prince lines up with something on the invis tile, if the prince goes straight through it, like something like that, like. So that's definitely a bug if the clash abilities are inconsistent with it. It would be interesting to see that as a mechanic for the invisibility tile, but you know, we'll see.
Well, you're invisible. I mean, you still get hit by projectiles that come past you,
Yeah.
right? Like, if you're invisible even in real life and,
True,
a prince is
yeah.
charging at you, you got to get out the way.
Yeah, true.
So what superhero has invisibility? What is that? That's the Fantastic Four, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, May, right? I think.
Yep.
Yeah,
think
and
that's May.
X-Men. Like, I feel like you still can get hit invisible. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely. If a tornado's coming and you're invisible, you could just avoid it.
You still get sucked up by it. Yeah. So that is interesting. That is interesting indeed. Yeah, definitely a bug. And kind of threw Rosa off there. So here we go, game 2.
All right, game 2 here. We have Pink Fury versus Natureborn, and this is now, well, hopefully it's a Natureborn mage deck again.
If it's Natureborn Mage deck, I think Rosa should be safe. He should be able to start capitalizing this. Oh, it's gonna be undead.
Oh no. I mean, this
could work if Rosa is able to win the first 3. He has to win the first 3 rounds here.
Yeah, I don't. He's just got to blitz him. That's it. Hopefully he has an E-Wizard as well. I mean, he could still do 4 Mage 2 Undead. It could be 4 Mage 2 Undead. because
Yes, because the Natureborn's dual class.
yeah, I think that's what he has. I mean, I think he fully anticipated a Pink Fury coming out here. And that's kind of what he's doing. I mean, he should be okay. Okay. He
Yep,
can win in
so-
3 rounds.
Yeah, he can definitely get the 3-round victory here. Wizard's going to put some work on the backside. Diffuser's going to go down here. He only needs to not let this Pink Fury cook. And gets 2 shots off, 4 extra elixir for Obamka.
Yeah, I just don't think it's going to matter. I hope this is an Ice Wizard here from Rosa. I hope he gets some slows off. I hope he actually... So he has 14 Elixir here, which is upgrades on the E-Wizard, get down the Ice Wizard, and I just don't see Obamka winning this round. I mean, this Hog really has to do work. But if he loses this round, Rosa that is, I mean, he might lose the entire match.
Yeah, if Rosa loses this round, that is a massive turning point. And only 20. Obamka's saving 20 elixir.
Yeah, and it looks like it might be a Storm Wizard from Rosa, but that's not going to stop the Hog Rider in the position that the Hog Rider has played.
Oh, this Pink Fury is going to clean how... Oh, this is not... Oh, no.
Yeah,
I don't know if Rosa can take this now.
well, the thing is, if Rosa has a Storm Wizard instead of an Ice Wizard, it's over. The Wizard is in the position that the Storm Wizard needs to be played in to stop this Hog. And that's the issue that we have right now.
Yeah, there's no counter to it with the Storm Wizard if that's what Rosa has.
Yeah. And this is, I mean, he's just loading up a 3-star Hog Rider. I mean, the Hog Rider he knows is the carry. If he is a Fisherman, that would be the way he wins this. Like,
Yeah,
that's it.
Fisherman wins this game for Rosa right now if he has it. It's a Storm Wizard.
Oh, no. Storm Wizard behind as well. And yeah, this is...
Oh, that is not, because the Pink Fury is also just going to line up with it. Oh, yep, this is game. Yep, Rosa can't win this.
Yeah.
That is heartbreaking. USA getting swept right now because this is going to be 4-0.
Yes, that is true, but it's not over yet. Still got to have a chance by winning the next 2 sets in order to push it to set 5. But if you are Zitty Zero, you have to be... Yeah, everything is going your way right now.
Oh, yeah. There's not a single thing. Like, Altair, great first round matchups. Obamka so far, great matchups here. So...
Yeah, this
Let's
is...
see. Chompy's going to have the carry of his life right now.
It's... Well...
No, he can't do anything.
No.
It's over.
And that's going to be...
That's it. Wow.
4-0 here for Zitty Zero. This is getting a little crazy.
This is not what I expected in this matchup. I will say that. I did not expect this.
No, I did not expect this at all. But honestly, it's hard counter deck after hard counter deck. And that's just deck selection here from Zitty Zero. That's beautiful games. I can't even... I mean... We got to have a clutch up here from Daniel. That's what just needs to happen right now.
Yep, Daniel has to come in clutch here for USA, or this is going to be a 3-0 sweep, which would not be what I expected from this USA roster because in the group stages, they played very, very well.
Yeah, I mean, they played phenomenally here. I mean, here's the thing, though. A lot of teams do have, their better players going first, but it looks like Zitty Zero has a strong back end as well. So, I mean, Daniel and Boop are really going to need to pull something here. I think Daniel does have a little bit of an advantage here for USA as far as the matchup between players. But then you have set 4 where I think Klaus might be a little, bit above Boop. So, I mean, Daniel just has to win this. I mean, that's the number one thing that needs to happen for USA. You got to take it one set at a time.
Mhm.
And for Daniel here, what do you even play in set one here? Countess, Archer Queen, or BK?
In set one, I think you have to go Archer Queen here because you have the Pink Fury, you have the Grand Warden, and you have the Skeleton King. And Archer Queen has good matchups versus both of those, but he's going to be bringing out the Barbarian King. And against the Grand Warden, I kind of like this matchup for Daniel.
I do. And actually, I really like this board. This board
Yep.
is I don't
Robo
think I've ever
Ridge.
seen this.
Robo Ridge.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Robo Ridge before. If I'm being honest. Maybe once. Nah, maybe a couple times. But all right, so it looks like it's going to be BK versus Grand Warden here in game number one. Grand Warden, going to take the L in round number one, kind of just seeing what the Barbarian King player is going to play. And this is going to be an interesting matchup here.
Yeah, he's gonna be going. So Daniel does have this fisherman in the pocket if he needs to be able to use it. So I think this is gonna be interesting here. He's gonna opt to go with the Barbarian King upgrade, which honestly, like you won the first round based off of a no play. That's a fantastic move to play it safe. Just upgrade Barb King and see what he does.
Yeah, absolutely. The less minis you have onto the field, the better, especially if you are ahead or even inside of a class mini match. This is going to be an easy victory here for Voss. And honestly, I think this is going to be another tough matchup here for USA. I just think the permanent stuns from the E-Wizard might be too much here. How do you think he's going to be able to avoid this and somehow maybe find a way to navigate around this Electro Wizard?
Yeah, I think the only mistake Daniel has made so far was placing his archer so early because now all Vas Voyasa had to do was just play onto the opposite side. So now the archer is not going to be in full range to chip these away at the start of the match. It's going to have to walk forward a bit. But Daniel is going to have to upgrade and fully commit to this Dark Goblin. Getting the extra damage versus the shield is going to be crucial in this matchup. So he's going for that upgrade right now. And that's what he has to do is just rely on this Dark Goblin to full carry.
Yeah, the Dark Goblin is going to be his only chance to be victorious here. And I think Voss might be running an undead mage deck, which might actually give an advantage here to Daniel, because this Dark Goblin that's going to sit in the back is just going to hard carry here. In this matchup, I mean, Undead versus the Barbarian King doesn't really do anything because the Barbarian King really just stays alive with its, second star ability. And I think Daniel might be able to clutch it here with this Dark Goblin.
Yeah, I think Daniel just full sends his Dark Goblin. He's thinking about it. He should just full send yep, there it is. Full send Dark Goblin level 3. Let it cook because, again, like you said, that Undead buff, not really going to do anything. Sure, it's going to get the Barbarian Shield triggered a little bit earlier, but that Barbarian King has that 4-second invincibility and shield, which is going to let that Dark Goblin cook in the back.
Yeah, absolutely here. And this was a really good play from Voss, but he has to win this round. That's the main important thing here. This Dark Goblin is cooking, though, in full.
Oh
this
my goodness.
might be it.
This is it. Yeah, this is GG. Princess going to be able to get the super off, and there it is. Daniel clutching it up. The first round going to Team USA. They are not getting fully swept here.
All right, so Daniel bringing some life back into USA here. And honestly, Daniel just needs to clutch it up. If Daniel can bring this to a set 4 by winning one more set, we're going to have a really interesting set 4, but USA needs to get a 2-0 here, in my opinion, because they need to start getting some momentum back. Because even if it is a 2-1, they don't have that full momentum going in their direction. And I do believe that does play a little bit of nerves and everything going into set 4 here. I mean, Voss, this is really important, in my opinion, that he at least takes one game off of Daniel.
Yeah, and if I'm Voss, I mean, you still have all 3 of your heroes up, but your a possible matchup is going to be Archer Queen and Countess. So I'm thinking that Voss probably does not want to play that Grand Warden again because Archer Queen probably has a decent matchup because Daniel can just run something similar with the Archer Queen that he did with the Barbarian King and just fully rely on that range damage. So I think picking Grand Warden for Voss here is going to be very risky, but also Pink Fury has a good matchup versus Countess, but not so much against Archer Queen because the invisibility, you can just stack a ton of damage. And then SK could be a viable option here. I think SK is probably Voss's safest option in this matchup right now.
Yeah, I think here's the thing. I think Grand Warden from Voss here beats both of the decks. However, if you are going to be playing an Archer Queen from Daniel, or if you're going to be playing, let's just say, so the only thing it doesn't counter, right, would be an Archer Queen that has like a full backline counter, right?
And Dark Goblin, yeah.
Yeah, and Dark Goblin, which is very possible. And you don't want to have a Dark Goblin that goes invisible and just clears out your entire deck. So I do think Skeleton King would probably be the safest pick for Voss, just from that. But it's still going to be tough. I mean, if you are Voss, it's like, I don't think you play Pink Fury. I just don't think you do that.
Yeah, no.
I think it's just too risky versus an Archer Queen, Giant Skeleton. So I do agree. I think this matchup might be Skeleton King versus, and then whatever Daniel's going to play.
Yeah, I'm feeling SK versus Archer Queen. I think that's going to be the best option here. Could be. I mean, Daniel could bust out the Countess. Like Countess with that anti-heal could be really good versus the SK, with SK getting a recent buff to its second upgrade where it has that HP steal. So having that ability to negate a lot of the HP that the SK would gain is going to be a huge amount.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so difficult. It has to be Archer Queen, right? Because you have to anticipate potentially a Skeleton King. And oh no, God, it's going to be Grand Warden versus Countess here. And I think Voss was like, you want to know what? I'm going to go Grand Warden. I think he's not going to be playing Archer Queen.
Wow. So, I mean, very risky play from Voss because if Archer Queen came out here, this could be detrimental, but Voss has a chance still.
All right, here we go. We're going to be getting into it here. Round number 1. Countess is easily going to win this one. Magic Archer is the only thing played. Magic Archer usually pairs with Countess almost every single time, so it's not really much shown right there. Round number 2, now Voss has got to start playing minis.
Yeah, Voss is going to have to start. He's probably going to be going with mages in the back line. I'm curious to see, though, if Voss switched anything out, because in that last round, he did have that giant skeleton, was possibly going with the undead buff. So I'm curious if he stuck with that or switched to maybe riders in anticipation in case he played Archer Queen. So we'll have to see if Voss is going to be sticking with that undead combo.
Yeah, hopefully he does for his stake, because that'll really slow down the Countess. He can put the Chompy, on the invisibility tile and really start stacking up here. And this is going to be an easy victory here for Voss. But as you can see, Daniel kind of saved 6 elixir here. And that's very important to note. Everybody who is watching, Daniel did not really play anything in round number 2.
Yeah, so Daniel going to be going with this Fort Rogue buff, going with the Bandit on the invisible tile. Now, Daniel also has 2 control minis here, being the Fisherman and the Storm Wizard. And I'm curious to see if Daniel would go Storm Wizard onto this E-Wiz right now, or if he's just going to hold off. Yeah, it looks like he's going to hold off and just go with the Countess upgrade. He could still drop the Storm Wizard here, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to negate that Clash ability from the E-Wiz to hopefully slow down the supers from Voss.
Yeah, he also has the 2 invisibility tiles in the front lines, which is going to be absolutely huge. However, I probably almost wouldn't have tried to negate the E-Wizard, just because if the E-Wizard supers, right, it'll miss your 2 invisible targets. And that's the thing. Like, invisibility is long enough to where the Electro Wizard would super before that happened. And then he could have also just gotten this Hog Rider as well. That's just what I would have done there. I don't know if that's the right play. However, we're going to see if this works out for him right here, because he's got to win this one in round number 4.
Yeah. Oh, and I just realized that's why the Storm Wizard didn't target the invisible tile, because the Storm Wizard has an upgrade where it reads its tornado as a super. So the game might be reading its clash as a super and not able to actually target the invisible tile.
Interesting, interesting. All right, so we have the Countess going at it here. It's going to be taking out this E-Wizard
Oh,
in
man.
the back, and it looks like this is going to be GG right here.
Daniel coming in at clutch, the Fisherman onto the Hog Rider. He had that double clash going. He had the Storm Wizard. He had the Fisherman. Was able to come out on top with that Fisherman pull onto the Hog Rider, and that was absolutely beautiful. And I mean, Voss tried to do a little sneaky play, but the Fisherman clash is not quicker than the Storm Wizard clash, so it still prevented the E-Wiz from getting its clash off.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was just, it was almost like a desperation right there.
Yeah.
But for everybody watching, there are minis that are banned here. It's the last set that came out with the Inferno Warden, Apprentice Monk. You also have the Shark Bait banned. What else do we have banned? We have the Headhunter, Sailor, Inferno Warden, and Dark Prince. So there are bans that are here. So that's why, and Battle Machine. So those minis are not able to be played. So for everybody who is wondering about that or why they aren't playing, why you're not seeing every single game for Rider, that is why.
Yep. But USA making this interesting. Daniel able to clutch it up with a 2-0 victory. And now it's going to be Klaus versus Boop with the Archer Queen and Shield Maiden being banned.
All right, the Archer Queen and Shield Maiden being banned here. We did get some wins here finally for Team USA. Klaus versus Boop. SK Countess Natureborn here for Klaus versus this Wavemaster BK Grand Warden. I honestly think we might see a Natureborn round one from Klaus, game one.
Yeah, I think Natureborn is going to be that safe bet. I mean, we've been talking about safe bets in the first round all morning so far, and these players have just been like, "Nah, we're just going to go right in. We're no safe bet. We're just going to play what we want, play what we feel." But yeah, I mean, Natureborn is definitely the safest bet in my opinion here. And then on the side of Boop, it's got to be BK. BK is a safe bet.
Yeah, but we're going to see what they are going to play. But you want to know what, though? We're going to get into game number one, and we are going to see what it is. Oh, BK, wow, look at that.
Natureborn. Look at that. There we go.
There we go. They played it safe.
Now we're playing it safe.
You see, it's the important round now. Now they're starting to play it safe. They're starting to be like, all right, but they might know what they're talking about now.
Yep.
Thank you for making us look good at least once.
The BK4 Rangers coming out for a Boop, and this is looking like it's going to be a specialist Natureborn so far.
All right, yeah, no, so it definitely looks kind of something like that. Barbarian King is going to get cleared out here in round number one. So, Barbarian King is very, very weak in rounds one. Round two, it gets a little bit stronger, especially if you can get that invulnerability, but it's still kind of weak. After that, Barbarian King is very, very strong. And if I'm the Natureborn player here, you got to win round number two, and then you got to just steal rounds 3, 4, or 5.
Yeah. This is a crucial round for Boop here. He has to get, like you said, this win, because if you fall to the Natureborn can stack up in rounds 4 and 5, and that's a very dangerous territory to get into. And this is looking like 4 Rangers from Boop with the BK.
Yeah, and there's really no answer 4 to 4 Rangers either. I do anticipate this Princess going up in the air at some point in this matchup. But as you can see, the BK already has the invulnerability. And okay, this is going to be looking tough.
Round. That was a big round. Yeah. So probably going to be seeing Storm Wizard at some point onto this Princess. Oh man, if Boop just waited one more round to play that Princess, he might have been able to get that invisible tile and exploit the Storm Wizard here with that clash ability. But the Hog Rider also coming out here. So this is interesting because Klaus has 2 options to stop this backline. He's got that Hog Rider and he has that Storm Wizard.
Yeah, this is starting to look really bad for Boop now. I mean, the Hog Rider, the thing is, the Hog Rider can also swap positions at the Natureborn at any time. So if you do have a Prince or anything, that still will be an issue. And the Dark Goblin and the Princess being stopped here from the Hog is going to be an issue.
Yeah, stun from that Hog going to be lasting just for that 4 seconds. Princess going to be able to get the super down, and this is looking like another round victory for Boop. And honestly, I feel like Boop probably going to be going with the Princess upgrade here. He's probably going to be fully committing to that Princess. And just to wait to reveal that 5th mini, because like you said, it could be the Prince. He already has that Royal buff going with the Princess and the Musketeer. It's not going to give it the 4 Royal, but it could make things very interesting. And Storm Wizard coming into the back on BK.
Yeah, so I mean, he's just got to find a way. You have to get a 3-star. It's a 2-star Storm Wizard here, but the problem is, if you do that, you run the risk of the BK just moving next round, which was what will happen here. Boop kind of playing it a little bit safe, staying with the 2 elixir. We are going to be getting to the back line finally here from the Natureborn player. Klaus is going to get to the back line. He is going to win round number
yeah, he's going to win this round.
So we are going to go to round number 5 here, and Boop is in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, he does have that move for the Barb King. So Barb King most likely going to be moved here. He has 11 elixir to work with. The question is, oh, wait, that could actually be a very smart play.
I think he has to do that. He doesn't have a choice. Because the Barb King is moving. There's no way he leaves something in that position. There is just no way. No. I would do it.
Yeah, you have to switch the Natureborn with the Storm Wizard.
But the problem then is you lose the Natureborn's healthiness.
Yeah.
I think you got to do it, though.
She does have that damage stack, so she could get a lot. There's the Fisherman coming out. It's going to pull that Hog Rider. And now the Tornado is going to be going onto the Princess.
But here's the thing. The Barb King's going in the air. It's not going to matter. Yes. The heck has got to get to the back line, though.
P.E.K.K.A gets a shot onto the Princess. Oh, it takes it down. That's huge.
Oh, my goodness. Can he somehow clutch it up? Storm Wizard.
Oh, my God, the Dark Goblin in the back.
It's okay, though. Natureborn carrying. Oh, my goodness. What did we just watch?
Oh, my gosh. That is crazy.
Oh, he had to do it.
He had to do it. That was the play.
Oh, my goodness.
That was the play.
Big brain. I mean, he had to do it. Oh, man. That's so rough. And you know what? That all stemmed back to the Princess on the tile behind the BK, allowing that to happen.
Yep.
Because the Storm Wizard, that was a mistake. Boop's only mistake he made was putting that Princess there. Any other tile, he would have been totally fine. Because the Storm Wizard had to be played where it was to get him a round 4 victory, Klaus that is, to get up the BK. And then he was able to move it to get value also on to that Princess. And ouch, if you're Boop, that's a big mistake.
Yeah. And I mean, that's great heads up play from Klaus to be able to recognize that opportunity and capitalize on it. And the fact that the Storm Wizard wasn't able to be taken down quickly enough was what led to that round 5 victory also. So great heads up play from Klaus there to secure that victory.
Yeah, that's the issue. If you are running that kind of style deck, it doesn't matter. The Hog Rider's still getting to the back line and you're focusing it, whether that be to the extent of the Hog Rider stunning or whether that just be Hog Rider just going there. Either way, the Storm Wizard's going to be protected one way or the other because the Hog Rider's going to get there and draw the aggro.
Yeah. No, and like you said, the Fisherman. Now the other thing, oh no, because the clash ability for the Fisherman wouldn't have stopped the Storm Wizard either, but it would have pulled the Storm Wizard to Boop's side, which could have led to an early takedown onto that Storm Wizard.
Correct. That would have definitely been a play that he would have had to have made. I mean, Boop had the advantage there. I think he did blow his fisherman a little early, and Storm Wizard was the carry. That was it. The P.E.K.K.A was able to get to the back line and clear out the princess. That's the only reason why he won. Storm Wizard putting up the BK. But let's get into this next one here. We have Skeleton King versus Grand Warden.
Ooh, and the Giant's going to be coming out here. So Boop going to be going for a tanky Grand Warden style deck here. And I'm curious, I would almost bet that the 5th mini is probably going to be Hog Rider, just for that extra backline support, while the Giant just really tanks for the Grand Warden here. But we'll have to see how this is going to play out. This could actually be a round 1 victory.
Oof. That would have been a little scary, but
close.
I mean, well, the Skeleton King could have revived, right?
Yeah, but if time ran out, it didn't have enough HP.
Ooh, that's true. That's true. That's also true. Would have stole one right there. But all right, we're gonna get into round number 2 now. We're looking like this is going to be what a lot of players are using previously. We haven't really seen this deck today. But it is the 4 Royal Skeleton King deck that has been taking over CM Worlds. And look at this. He's not even playing a single unit.
No, he's just going to wait. He is going to be patient and let Boop be the one to make the plays here. I mean, he's got that revive on the SK with the HP steal. So, I mean, if SK gets taken down here, he's going to be stealing a little bit of HP and should be able to survive for a decent amount of time here. But oh, the damage output might just be too much, though.
Well, you don't lifesteal on shields. So that is going to be an issue for Murzik. And that's why I think Boop easily wins this one, just for that sole purpose. I think the shielding is going to be too much. I mean, your SK is not going to get really much value, but you know, you could still win with the princess doing a lot of damage. Your Skeleton King is going to take 2 less damage as well because of the royal buff. So, I mean, he still does have a lot of answers. However, this is a big beefy giant.
Yep, and it's going to get beefier as the game goes on with that plus 12 HP per round.
And all right, so he upgraded just the E-Wizard here from Boop. He might be able to steal this one, but the princess is going to do a lot of damage.
Yep, Prince is going to get that damage, start taking that shield down so the SK can get that lifesteal rolling through. He was super going to come down here right before Frenzy mode. It might be able to get another super off with that stun duration, but no, the SK comes in clutch and gets the super off, and this is putting Klaus in a potential for game point here.
Yeah, absolutely. Can Klaus clutch it up? This is going to be a princess just upgraded all the way. The issue that Boop has right now is his minis are all together. They're clumped up, and that's an issue for a princess. So do you move the Grand Warden? If you move the Grand Warden, you know there's probably a prince that's going to come out. So Boop's just got to survive here around 5. That's got to be his main concern.
Yeah, what's the play here going to be? The Storm Wizard's going to go down in the back. It's going to be the 4 mages coming out, the 2 clan buff. The princess is going to get caught up in that tornado, and now it's going to get taken down. Now the princess has free reign, going to be moving towards that backside, and this is going to be a lot of damage to the backline. Princess super going to be coming down, a huge amount of damage onto the shields. The wizard staying alive with 1 HP, able to get the SK takedown. This is massive, and we're going to be going around 5.
Ooh, princess? Not going to be enough. And yes, we are round number 5 here. I mean, Boop has everything he needs here to potentially win. Storm Wizard is going to get the super off no matter what, because it is a legendary clash. You're going to see it. Oh, man, do you do a 3-star princess here and hope that's going to carry you? I don't think you do that, Fol. I just don't think you do that. You got to
there's no HP, so there's no healing, so you don't need the anti-heal. You got to throw the Storm Wizard onto this Electro Wizard here.
No energy is going to be given to the Wizard and the Grand Warden now.
Yep, this is huge.
And all right, we see that right off of the bat here. E-Wizard in the air and Princess. It's going to be who can just stay alive for longer, but we do have a lot of HP on this giant.
Yeah, this giant is very, very beefy, but the princess has a super to clump everything up, and this is looking really good. Super gonna come down. The good game coming out from Klaus. Grand Warden not gonna be enough, and there it is.
GG right there. We are going to have Zitty Zero is going to win. Europe is going to take first place in the grand finals of CM World. Absolute great games right there from Zitty Zero. Klaus being able to clutch it up. And this wasn't what we expected. I mean, this was just 2-0s everywhere.
Yeah, I was looking at the scoreboard, and I'm like, there wasn't a single 3-game set.
Yeah, it's wild to me that the score kind of went this way. 3-1 in Zitty Zero's favor. We do have that is it, everybody. The set 5 to be determined does not need to be played because it is over. Even if USA was to win that, it still would be 3-2. And I'm still in shock. I mean, these games were very, very close, though. It just,
Yeah.
It didn't go USA's favor.
No, the first 2 sets, going back to that, I mean, the deck selection for Zitty Zero was just unmatched, and that's why they were able to get those 2 sets so early on. They just had great deck selection there, and USA could not catch a break there. Daniel tried to turn things around, and Boop made it very close in the end there. I feel like that last set was like kind of even matchups a little bit more than what we saw in the first 2 sets. But hey, hats off to Zitty Zero with the deck selection. I think that's what won them the match today.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was amazing gameplay and an amazing deck selection from Zitty Zero. I mean, Daniel clutched up, tried to do everything he could, but I think the first 2 sets here from Altier and Krill, we saw, like you said, perfect deck selection from Europe. And that was why they won. I mean, when you're ahead 2-0, it's really hard to come back.
Yeah, you have to you have to have the clutch gene. Daniel did a fantastic job there, and Boop made a very valiant effort, but Klaus was just a little bit better there, and he came out on top.
All right, well, that is going to conclude CM Worlds 2024. But hold on, we do have viewer prizes that do need to be given away. Everybody, we are going to roll them right now for everybody who is watching. You can give one out to your community. I'm going to get off on to the stream here. And I'll give one out over here as well.
Awesome. Sounds good.
All right. Take it easy.
See ya.
Bye. All right, everybody who is still watching, we do have viewer prizes that we did promise. So we are going to be getting them out. I'm going to have a mini pass, and I'm also going to be giving out 2 gem packs for you guys. It'll be 100 gems or 200 gems if you do get lucky enough. If you are interested in this giveaway and you are waiting for it, please type 1 into the chat. And we will get that out. It will put you into a giveaway marker, and we will roll this in about 60 seconds. We do have a little bit of a delay, so we are just waiting for that. And then once this delay is over, we will be ready to go. Wow, looks like we're only going to be like an hour of this grand finals. It's good that we're going a little bit, we're stalling a little bit here, so when people do rewatch it, they're not like, oh, wow, it was like 3-0, didn't get to set 5 and stuff like that. But we are just gonna wait here. I have to wait 2 minutes after I said that to give out the prizing. So let me just Wait 60 seconds from now. Okay. Let's get everybody in. So I'm going to be giving away a mini pass as well. So there's going to be 3 prizes. First one's going to be a gem pack. Second one's going to be a gem pack. And then the third one is going to be a mini pass. We're going to be rolling it 3 times. And we're just going to wait another 20 seconds for this. 30 seconds, seeing the chat come in, seeing it come in, seeing it come in. All right. Just do it once. Doesn't record more than once. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, that was a super quick match. It only was like 55 minutes. Oh, wow. There's a lot of viewers for this. All right, let me take this off. There's no need for this anymore. Man, oof, my hair. Oof. We got, gotta look good. Gotta look good for the giveaway. All right, here we go. We are going to start the giveaway. Here we go. Here we go, 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 here we go. And the first winner of the giveaway, 4 to 100 gem packs is, close eyes. It's so cold. Congratulations. Are you in the Discord? I need you to message me. I need information from you. I need you to type in your Discord name, ID, and then I need you to message me on Discord with a screenshot of your player ID. So like your statistics of like your profile. That way I could send that in to give there. All right, second giveaway going to be activated. What are we going to be doing? All right, going over to Twitch. Going over now. All right, who's going to win this? Oh, looking at it. What do we got? All right, here we go. Drum roll, please. Bam. Oh, we got Sandwich Clash. Sandwich Clash is our next victor. Let me... Okay, so I need you to do that. And now we have the Mini Pass giveaway. Mini Pass giveaway. Third one coming at you live. Here we go. Who's going to win? Oh, we got Gustavo GXS Tavo as our winner. Congratulations, you are the victor. I need you to message me or put down a message with your Discord. I need you to message me on Discord to claim the prizes. That's going to be a it's not going to be an actual mini pass. I need to know, you don't need to give me your profile for that. You just need to give me what country I need to send you a gift card in. So yes, that's gonna be a $15 gift card. Okay, so I just need to know, let's see if they messaged me, message requests. Wow, we have a lot of message requests, huh? Inbox. Okay, let me just go to... Okay, what is All right, thank you everybody, by the way, for watching the entire stream. We are done with this. I'm just going to get these out and we are going to close it up. Much appreciated for everybody for watching. I do really appreciate everything. Let me just, yes, do you have? Let me just make sure I get its goal as well. Gustavo winning that. Okay, we got everything going here. Don't worry, it was all 3 in 1. If you did it once, you were ready to go. This is Gustavo. So that's Iscol. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we have you. I just need in-game profile screenshot with player ID. Okay, for that. And then once we get this. Okay, so sandwich. Perfect. All right, sandwich is here. So let's see, sandwich. Are you Mr. Sandwich? Okay, so I think you are Sandwich. All right, and then the last person is Gustavo. Just waiting for you to message me. There is a delay, so I do have to wait just to make sure. Let me get Gustavo, and then we're ready to GX Gustavo. Did you message me on Discord? All right, perfect. All right, thank you everybody for sticking around to the end of the stream. Much appreciated for everybody. Thank you, thank you. That's more than good enough, I believe. Perfect. Mr. Sandwich, we're accepting the DM. Gustavo, we're accepting the DM. All right. Thank everybody. Much appreciated. I love each and every single one of you. I will see you guys all tomorrow for a video. Much appreciated. Thank you all for watching CM Worlds. I love each and every single one of you. Take it easy, everybody. Be good. Stay sexy. And I will see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. And I will be posting a video tomorrow. I love you guys. Take it easy. Be good.